Okay, folks, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly, what am I going to be here? Editor-in-Chief, we were calling it. Because tonight we're carrying on with our ongoing campaign playing. Hero Games is very cool. Champions 6th edition is the Champions Complete book. If you want to get the rules all in one book. This is going to be issue 4 of our ongoing campaign, Champions the Guard. And with me tonight is one of the stars of the Champions the Guard campaign. Jeffrey, why don't you tell us who you're playing tonight?
Hi, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Mind Warp. He is a psychic speedster, and he is perpetually in trouble.
Yes. Last session was or last issue, I should say, was a pretty interesting one with a bit of a twist at the end. So what happened last time? I guess 2 issues ago is when we left with the cliffhanger of you having uncovered those agents of Psi.
Yeah, the agents of Psi who were after my brother.
Yep.
And I discovered their base of operations. And then I attempted to contact my brother, and he was not answering. So I raced to where he was hiding at a friend's house, and the agents had just been there, and they had injured his girlfriend and his friend.
Yep.
And I waited for the paramedics to arrive. I administered some help to the girlfriend, whose name is... I wrote it down.
Jessica?
Jessica. And then I went after... I heard something outside? No, I went back to their place to see what was going on, and the police were there.
Yeah.
But right as I was checking it out, I saw a van pulling away.
Yes. You checked the back alley. You saw a van pulling away, and then what happened next?
I proceeded to give chase to them, and we had a battle in the streets of Victoria. Mm-hmm. Is it Victoria? Yeah.
It was, yeah. And your dice were just not doing you any favors for the first bit.
And it went a little chaotic, but it was up and down. It was good. Yep. I had some good moves, and they had some good moves. Mm-hmm. And then they threw me in the water at one point. So they had my brother in the van. The muscle guy threw me in the water, and then the other character was I don't know what you'd call him, entangler of sorts.
Yeah, create some kind of ectoplasmic net kind of thing.
And so right when I got out of the water, he ectoplasmed me.
I think you'd caught up to them first. Because remember,
right when I got out of the water, I got back out of the water.
You went looking for them. You caught them in a square. Remember, they were trying to get another vehicle, and then the big, strong guy, the entangled guy, trapped your brother. The strong guy picked up a vehicle, and you sort of kept your distance, and then dodged the vehicle, but got tagged by the entangler, right?
Yeah, and I was trapped, and they were getting away. So I attempted to stunt my power to move without moving, because basically the entangle stopped any movement.
Yeah.
And I focused, and instead of rolling under 6 or whatever that I need to do, I rolled the full 18.
Yes.
And so the power stunted all right, and I did move without moving, but instead of getting out, I wound up on the shore of a lake.
Yes. And we're not sure, you ran along the shore, and that's when you found that ruined dock and that destroyed car. And then what was the last thing that happened in that issue?
Coming crashing out of the trees was 2 giants.
Yes. Yeah. So that is where we will be starting our session. Let me grab my tokens here. There we go. Boom. Token layer. All right. Now let's see if the thing has screwed up. The API is screwed up once again. Okay, exclamation mark. Come on, baby. Hot damn. Perfect. Okay. Let me try with these guys. Let me make sure the...
So I currently have no stamina.
Currently you have no stamina, yes. But always, we start with the...
luck.
Luck. You gotta roll that, too.
I think it's 1D.
Beautiful.
Oh, excuse me, everybody.
It's a 2d6.
Oh, 2D6. Oh, it's the other game where we have a number.
Other game where you get to add a number to it. Yeah, it's C&C.
We're right. I think I have 1D6 plus something.
Okay, let me skip us forward here.
Oh, 7.
All right, so you got 7 luck for the session. So these two guys are these giants. Truly a descriptor worthy of Stan Lee. These Titanic Titans, these giants, these enormous big guys. They step out of the trees and will be in phase 12. Our starting initiative always at phase 12. Or segment 12, I should say. So you have an action first. They are, you can assume one of them is about 20 meters away. Actually, probably closer than that. One of them is about, let's say, 10 meters away, and the other one is about 20 meters away. And they have these enormous axes in their hands, and they tower about a little more than 20 feet tall. So easily over the height of the trees. Mindwar, what are you doing first?
I'm gonna do. What's that? Like, it's a recovery action, or how does it work?
So you could do a recovery action, but you're at half DCV when you do that. You will be getting a post 12 recovery after.
I know, but I have 0.
You can spend
stamina.
Every point of stun that you take. You can get one. Sorry, every point of stamina gives you 2 endurance. So you can suffer stun damage to recover to use endurance if you're going to do something with endurance.
Right. Well, I mean, I technically don't know that they're hostile right now.
Remember the last time they were screaming at you.
Okay. Oh, they screamed at me. Okay.
Yeah, there's absolutely no doubt in your mind that they are hostile. I'm just double checking that too for one thing. I think I've got that right in my head, but let's just double check. 41. All right.
I mean, I think I already did that because that's why I'm at 35 of 40.
Yeah, last time.
Because I had to use 5 stun already to do something.
Okay, where the heck? That's not the right thing here. Hold on. And you're on, say, 131. Okay. Here we go.
Okay, well, what you would do then?
You take 1d6 of stun only. So you take 1d6 of stun for every 2 endurance used. So it's actually a bigger risk.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So what do you think in Mind Warp? You're just completely tanked out, and it appears that this thing is... these things seem angry.
Well, I mean, I don't think I have much choice. I think he just holds his hand up and he just like says, no need for violence. And I'll do the whatever the catch your breath thing. I'll try and do it. I mean, I understand I'm at half DC, but I mean, if they're going to stun me, or if they're going to damage my stun, it's the same as if I damage myself.
For sure, yeah. Now,
because every 10 meters of movement I do costs me 1d6 damage, right?
Be every 20, because it's 2 endurance causes 1d6 stun.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think it's better to try and catch my breath.
I mean, like in theory, you could almost move, because your full move is a 7, right? So you could move 60 meters and take 3d6 damage. Like you got. You got more than that. Yeah, and your recovery is 18, so you'll get that right back when for the post 12 recovery anyway.
Right. Okay. You're right.
Okay.
I guess I could do that. So I'll still say that, right? No
Yep.
need for violence.
And
then
you see, like they mean violence. They
No, I know,
respectfully
I know.
disagree.
Yeah, and I'm gonna run away.
All right, so then give us a 3d6 roll. Let's see how much you take.
3d6. 11.
11. Okay. So then. Yeah, I'm just checking to see for. Okay. 11. So that's not that bad. I mean, like that's not nothing, but it's not as bad as it could have been. So you wait. And what way do you go? Do you go like out on the dock? Do you zip down the beach in one direction?
I'm gonna stick to the land because I didn't have great results in the water last time.
Very true.
Which was only like 5 minutes ago. So
Yeah, very true. All right, so and your lungs are just on fire at this point. The two come racing out. One runs up to where you were and kind of slams, the axe down. Turns to you and is bellowing challenges in a language you don't understand. The other one comes stomping out and is trying to see what what's going on. That's really all they're going to be able to do. You are now you're at least 50 away from where they are because they couldn't move that far. Okay, I gotta remember to switch turns. So then at plus 12 recovery, so you can add your recovery stat back in endurance and stun. And then it is your turn. You can see these things are very, very slow in comparison to you.
Right.
These are moving no faster than like the average person on the street does.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is he's you can see he's like pulled out he's got his cell phone in one hand that he's pulled out, and he's got his watch on his other thing, and he jams his phone back in his pocket, and he opens the thing to Dr. Caliburn.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Caliburn?
Yeah.
He's gonna try and call him.
Okay, so you open up the thing. It doesn't.
I'm gonna move 10 meters away.
Yeah, you can move up to your half your movement while doing that. So you're 60 meters away right now.
And that costs 2 endurance?
Or 3? You said how far?
It's every 10, right?
Every 10, which will cost you one endurance.
Yeah.
So you zip a little further away. You get the fob out, the pocket watch. You open it up, and normally that's when that like little magical hologram appears. There's nothing there right now.
Okay.
What do you do? So I was round or segment 2, segment 4. What are you doing?
Okay. Well, I'm like 60.
Yep, you're 60 meters away from them now.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna do the like catch my breath thing.
Okay. So
that gives me back 18 stamina, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
And then on their turn, one of them is running down towards you. It moves big strides. It's about, you were 60 meters away. You're still about 34 meters away from them. It's very, even though this thing has a massive stride, it's not going to be able to close the distance between you. Not this round, at least. So I'll put one a little closer to you, maybe. And then the other one, I think, is going to... it looks down, and it's going to try and... it's got enough strength for that. It's going to pick up the... what do you call it? The truck, the ruined truck, in its hand. And it's going to start move half, so it's about 13 closer to you, getting ready to toss this truck in your direction. Your turn next. What are you doing?
I don't like these guys. I want to do a move through attack. I'm going to use my Mind Hammer attack, but I want to try and keep my DCV high.
Okay.
DCV is the one for them to hit me, right?
It is, but remember, move through the size of these things. They probably have. They're probably tough to move.
No, I know, but it's the one that lets me increase my DCV.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Like it's the one where essentially, like I'm trying to be a moving, like I'm trying to move to. It's the same thing I did when the guy tried to throw the car at me previously.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about hitting them hard or hurting them. I'm more worried about staying away from this car. I don't want a car to land on me.
Understandable. I think there's few among us who wish that.
So I mean, it might, and I mean, if they're unmovable, that just means I take half the damage, right?
No, you take full damage if you don't get knocked back.
Full. Yeah.
You take half damage regardless, and then you take full if
they are immune to knockback.
Yeah, and
right?
who's to say? Like, these things are also quite, I mean, they're giant. Some of the other things you've hit, they've been your size, so they're sturdier. This thing, they're probably tough to move, but they're also quite tall, so maybe they're not like mechanically, the knockback resistance might not be as bad as, say, the automaton you fought in Vancouver was.
Right. I mean, and maybe I can topple them over.
Yep. Okay. So go ahead, put your stuff together.
Think so what I'm gonna do I think this is I'll do it's 1-to-1 for DCV, is that correct?
2. Every 2 you put in will boost your DCV by 1.
Oh, so the same as the DC.
Oh, sorry, no 2 for your damage class, 1 for DCV.
Yeah, okay. Okay, perfect. I think I got it set.
Okay.
Let's try and mind hammer this character. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. DCV -2. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're trying to avoid them so much that your momentum, you kind of statter forward and go way wide of one of them.
Yeah, like I probably just like steer clear of them as I'm trying to move through them in the end.
So you're about 10 beyond where the dock is, I guess, because you moved back 60 and then you did, or 12 beyond the dock at this point. Yeah. So whoa, there's a streak of sand that comes up behind you, and the two of them kind of so you come to a stop. Then it's your turn again. These are very, very slow.
Oh, right. I guess I should have thought of that.
Slide to a stop.
Yeah. Right. If I don't do that again, then I don't get the benefit, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. So I don't have the run up to hit the one with the car, but I can sort of wheel around on my heel. And
you know what? So I said that he got 13 closer to you, which means 13 away from where the dock was, which means you're actually about 25 away from him. That's, I think, enough space. Yeah. I think you got enough wind up to get to him if you like.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna move this here instead. Okay,
to be clear, for the world setting kind of stuff too, like there's not fucking giants everywhere. So like this is completely, you don't know what the hell's going on here.
No, I know. I'm not like calmly fighting these guys. All right, here we go. Try and hit this guy this time.
Here we go.
Oh,
it's even worse.
Even worse.
All right.
Wow.
You're getting
Thanks a lot, roll 20.
Yeah, we're getting him out of your system. An 18. Oh no. Okay, so that's a crit.
That's like the second crit I've rolled in like 3 rolls.
I know. Oh my gosh.
Wow, this game just hates my work.
Okay, so what? Yeah, you missed on Wednesday session. The guys kept rolling 20s on on everything. Okay, so what I think this will be then. Although last session you also rolled a 3 once or twice, so there was. You are seeing the both ends of the spectrum. Let's do this. Why don't you give us a dexterity check, please? I think the sand you're running on, and there's probably some shit that's fallen off of the car. Your foot may have caught on something, but you're good. No, you're good. So you sort of stumble and like, whoa, 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 and you sort of start, and you can see this thing is moving as if it's going to slam down on you. But now, whoa, you're back way down the beach. Then it is the Jotun's turn. So the one that was charging towards you is going to continue doing that. He's now 8 meters away from where you are right now. That massive axe of his up high. Let's make sure he doesn't have an 8-meter reach. Excuse me. I got the hiccups right now. Holy shit.
That's rare, eh?
Yeah, it's rare. I think I've had the hiccups on stream once before. I'm just having a quick drink, see if I can get rid of them.
Yeah, good luck.
All right, let's see. They gone? They gone? Yep, I think they're gone.
Nice.
Keep waiting. Are they? Are they? Yep, gone. Okay, good. All right. So that's what happens with the one. The other one, he's just trying to target a hex because this car is pretty big. But you are currently... he can move another 13 towards you, so he's 34 away from you, which means... Oh, I didn't grab my DM screen. 34 is -8. Nope, it's -6. I think, -6. Where is it? Character sheet. -6. So your DCV is what right now?
It's 16. Right
16,
now.
Okay. So, yeah.
Yeah, this is why I did this.
Yep, I need a 3 to hit you.
Okay, beautiful. That's what I was hoping for.
All right.
This.
Oh, no. Sorry, forgive me. No, I don't. I'm not targeting you. I'm targeting the hex,
Right.
which is a DCV of 3. So he throws it. His OCV is not great. So I need 16 minus 3, so I need 13, but then minus for the range. So he hurls this thing, and it fucking falls like, it's this ruined pickup truck, slams on the ground, pow, 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 right near you. But it goes wide of the spot, so he doesn't hit you with the area effect.
Good.
Then it is your turn for the next 3 turns.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Okay, so if I want to do my mind spread, the other attack, the striking one.
Yep.
Can I move up to him, the one that's in front of me, the close one?
Yeah, definitely. You can move half. Yep, you can move half your combat movement and still make an attack.
Yeah.
You just can't move after the attack if you're not doing a move by.
And that is a strike.
What are your levels? Oh yeah, the move by doesn't do enough damage. That's, I guess, what you're thinking.
Well, yeah, and I have a couple turns to just sort of pummel this guy and then run away.
Yep. Good call.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, this isn't gonna. I don't know. I mean, I haven't even hit one yet, right? So I don't even know what they're like. But here we go.
Okay, so you race forward. It's super, super easy to hit these things. You, in fact, may want to consider and you may already be doing this, but you may want to consider a haymaker for your next thing. Because remember, you get to boost, I think it's +4 DCV with that. And you can use a haymaker with your mind spread. So you race over and land a bunch of punches on this dude, and that is 33 stun. Nice. All right, so then check this out. It's not like you're hitting shin and whatnot on here, because you only really come up to about his knee.
Yeah.
All right. But, like, in fact, I can give... Here, let's do this. We can do... So we got nothing else on the screen anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do size accurate thing. Is that right? That's about right, because that's 1, 2, 3. No, that's actually too big. That's about it there. 1, 2. No, probably a little bit bigger.
Well, I don't have knees down. So
Wait, your legs aren't that short?
in my art,
Nice.
yeah, no, yeah, he's just got something you
I'm
didn't
kidding.
know about Mind Warp. He's got stumps. That's why it looks so
He's like
funny when he
Dorf.
runs. Yeah, he's got these tiny little stumps.
Okay, so there you go. There's about where you're coming up to.
Yeah.
So you hammer this guy. He's actually so big, his little thing is off of my camera right now. So 33 damage minus his PD is... okay, so his con is huge. Look at this. Boom! You can see he's not able to act, but he's very slowly recoiling from the hit. Next round, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm going to take your suggestion and attempt the haymaker on him instead.
Okay.
So that means it happens the next round, right? Like on 12?
It will land. Yeah. Oh, you know what? A good question. I'm just going to double check and see what happens. Let's make sure. Because I know you want to run away as well. I want to make sure it doesn't supersede your action.
Right, my next action.
Yeah, so you may need to save a haymaker for like the beginning of next round. Let's see here. I don't see an attack. Go.
Right, because it'll happen on like 12.5 or whatever.
Yeah. Let's see here.
But that might take my 12.7 action.
Exactly. That's what I want to see if... Haymaker, here we go. You begin the attack on one of your phases. However, you don't actually launch the attack until the end of the next segment.
The end of the next segment. So like the end of 12.
Yes, you would lose.
Yeah, no, I can't do it. Yeah. So I'm just doing a normal one then.
Okay, so go ahead with your second attack.
Where's strike? There it is. All right, here we go. Punch the crap out of him again. Oh, nice.
Boom, that's a good hit. 39 damage this time. Nice. All right, so that is a big hit. So none of that is going to get through his body because they're pretty tough, but I mean, they're not as tough as you think. Like hitting that that automaton, that was harder on your fist or the Vandroid than what these guys are.
Right.
So you're just raining blows down on this guy. Then it is.
Look, I can tell I'm injuring him.
Yeah, and definitely the bellowing that he's making in slow motion definitely communicates that. Then it is final segment for segment 12. You're up first. What are you doing?
Run away.
All right, so you race. And how far away do you go? 70? Or you half movement?
Yeah, let's go 36 away.
Okay, so you back down the beach. Then it is the Jotun's turn. So that one is screaming and grabbing its shin. It is going to just scream and go chasing after you. Wow. He uses that word, squalling, again. And he is now he's 36. He's 10 meters away from you. The other one is going to turn and wrench up a tree and try and toss that at you. Fortunately, that's not going to be... What else? Oh, there's rocks in the water, isn't there?
Yeah, there's big rocks.
Maybe he'll stride out to the water and pick up one of these big boulders. Then it's the end of round 12. Segment 12, recovery.
Oh, I need that.
Okay. And then it is... You're up first. You have two actions. What do you want to do?
I feel like I'm really, running uphill at this point because my endurance is so low that it's hard to really unload on these guys. And I'm thinking that I have to sort of burst them down. Okay. I can't just do this hit and run tactic. So maybe what I'll do is I'm just gonna run farther up the beach, my full move, just to get away from him here a little bit.
Okay, so you're 72 down the beach. And if you want to do non-combat, you're at half DCV, but you'll go 144.
Oh, that's actually probably worth it.
Okay,
It cost me 14 endurance.
It does cost you 14 endurance, but they're going to be basically out of sight. I think line of sight would break at that point.
You're pretty close. Yeah, I'm pretty far. Yeah, I'm going to do it because I feel like I need to, like, really catch my breath. Like, really... And maybe, like, you're going to see him, like, he's hitting this pocket watch thing again. He's, looking at his phone like, who the hell do I call? Like, he's like...
So you're looking at your phone. So there's not any service out here either.
Right. No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's what you sort of see him doing while he's catching his breath. Is just like looking at his stuff, just like,
okay, so
what the hell, man?
So then for the second, for 4, then you get you can't see where these Jotuns are anymore, the giants are anymore. But you do get to get your recovery back.
Okay.
The Jotun do something. Arr, doesn't sound good. There's bellowing that you can hear.
Yeah.
They're not pleased with this. Then it is your turn once again. What are you doing?
Yeah, this was the point. I'm gonna keep catching my breath. I'm gonna build up some endurance to unload on these guys, basically.
Okay, so you get 2 more. Go ahead and give yourself another 36 back.
Okay, yeah, then I'm feeling a lot better.
Okay, so you catch your breath. They've been doing something. Then it is your turn once again. What are you doing?
So what I'm gonna do... I still don't see them, eh?
You're right now 144 meters away from them.
Okay.
You probably can hear them still. The only reason you can't see them is because of the break in line of sight, I think. Like the shoreline I'm not picturing as being straight. It probably like goes in or out or whatnot, so you just can't quite see them right now. And the shore on this lake is long enough that it doesn't like bend around, so you could position yourself on the other side of the lake easily.
Yeah. And the immediately, like, let's say to my right, or like the lake's on my left, and on the right is like bush, right?
There's bush, but you think you can see cabins as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna sort of start making my way into the bush, maybe to hide, maybe to get the jump on these guys, or maybe to figure out where I am, see some civilization. So like kind of sneakily. So I'm not going to race into the woods.
If there are cabins here, this is not like backwoods country. If there's cabins here, there's probably roads.
Yeah. So I'm going to make my way through the bush towards the cabins.
Okay. So in 72 meters in one round, you can easily zip over, and there doesn't appear to be anyone in here, but what you can see in one of the vehicles parked outside is a Manitoba license plate.
Confirming what Jeff knew, but my luck did not.
So that'll be 7 endurance for you this round.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Next round, what are you doing?
Okay, no one's here.
There is a trail going out from here that looks like it's going out towards, probably towards a highway.
Right.
I mean, a gravel. When I say highway, I mean like, gravel road.
I mean, now that I'm in Manitoba, I mean, this is part of the reason, another reason, like now for sure he's starting to wonder if this was what Dr. Caliburn was talking about when he said that there was, on the west side of Lake Winnipeg, there was a disturbance.
You are definitely on the west side of a lake.
Yeah, exactly. I'm starting to wonder if somehow my power pulled me where Dr. Caliburn wanted me.
Mm-hmm.
How does stealth work in this game?
Stealth is one of your... what we should do? Let's just take a second here. Let's put it in on your character sheet. Let's put in your everyman skills.
Yeah, because I'm just imagining that, like...
We keep
I'll just give you the bigger picture of what I'd like to do. I'd kind of like to try and just see what these giants are doing. Like, when hide long enough that they're like, well, that stupid man is gone, and like go back to whatever it was they were doing. Sure. And I'd like to sort of spy on them. So
let me just do this here. I'm going to add in your... So these would be... I'll put EM in front of it so we know it's an everyman skill.
Yeah.
That you haven't spent points on yet. Acting is... The sim rules restrictions, familiarities. Oh, okay, gives you an 8 or less. Got it. Okay. Am climbing. 8 or less. Am concealment. I wonder if I can just... Hey, there we go. Nice.
Okay, and that's like basically stealth in this game? Concealment?
It's... Oh, no, stealth is a separate one.
Oh, okay, there's also stealth. Okay.
Yeah. Good lord. It's very tricky to get deduction in there. I kept wanting to call it dedic. I don't even know what I was typing. Okay, let's see. Okay.
KS just means knowledge skill?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And so these are things I can invest in over time as well?
Yeah, you can. If you choose to spend points on them, you'll get much better at them. These are just things that everybody has at least, some level of proficiency with.
Yeah. And like it's a point, an experience point is a point in this, or training in
I
it
think
like immediately
it's
moves
either
it to
2
your,
or
like...
3 to get the first level where it becomes something that's keyed off of your attributes as opposed to just
okay, I see. Yeah,
this
yeah.
basic level.
Right, and so something like stealth would be like dexterity based?
Yes, correct. So if you put like 3 points into that, I can't remember if it's 3 or 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so like for instance, you're trying to follow... I think if you're just trying to sneak up on these guys, it'll be stealth. And if you're trying to... Motorized ground vehicles. It'll be stealth. If you're trying to follow them, it would be... There we go.
Nice.
Got all your stuff in there. If you're trying to follow them, it would be shadowing that you'd be using instead.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to take your time to sneak up on these guys, so I think you're going to have sufficient time to catch your full breath.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I'll
right. So I have my endurance back. Is basically what you're saying.
And I'll shrink since we're not in combat right now. I'll shrink these dudes back down, so they're not dominating this.
They may be hostile, but that doesn't mean that I'm hostile to them.
Correct. So, as you're zipping your way along here, if you're trying to, you're trying to get back where you last saw them and see what they're up to?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Sure. Why don't you give us a stealth check, please?
Here we go.
Remember, you can spend luck after the fact to modify that.
This is probably going to be required. Yep.
Okay.
3 luck required.
Okay. So, you tell us what does it look like as Mind Warp's trying to sneak his way back towards where these guys are working?
I mean, I think it's like, sort of every kid playing hide and seek or tag or something in the woods, right? Like he is trying to just like duck behind the bushes, crawl along the cracks or whatever he's got to do of the thing. He's trying to just stay out of their vision in the woods, essentially.
And these are northern Manitoba woods too, so it's not that hard to make your way through it. Like the trees aren't overly large here. They're not it's not like jungle that's impassable.
Exactly. It's like
yeah. Like this is it's a bit of a pain in the ass to cut through it, and you probably want to check for ticks afterwards. But it's not it's not impossible. You're not like having a bushwhacker like break shit to get through.
Right.
So after probably like a minute or so. Your speed, maybe 5, if you're going slow, maybe about 5 minutes, you make your way back to where they are, and you find that there's actually more than just 2 here.
Oh. actually, good thing I didn't continue to fight them then, maybe. Oh, yeah, I was quite outnumbered.
Now, these ones are a ways back from where these were. And they don't all look the same either. Like I'm using the same token.
Right, of course. There's like minor change. Yeah.
I love this this illustration for Frost Giant Says. I use it at every opportunity. But they do all look, they each have their own kind of, armor and whatnot. And one of them seems to be dressed still in armor and whatnot, but he might seem even older than the others. He doesn't have as much of an elaborate headdress as what these guys do. And he's carrying he's not like walking on a cane or anything, but he's got a big hammer with him. And they've got these, there's a couple slabs of stone on the ground. And he's chipping away at them on one of them. And it looks like the other three are positioning. They've moved this one of the stones up, and they're positioning it somewhere.
Oh, like they're building something.
Yeah. I mean, there's about 5 or 6 big slabs of stone that seem to be sitting here. They look. I mean, it looks like the kind of stone. There's nothing about it that seems unusual. It's not like a different color or whatnot. But there's not really. You don't need to make a roll for your Manitoba roll here, but there's not a lot of quarrying done, on the shores of Lake Winnipeg, or
right.
So it is a little
even
unusual.
though there are lots of large, nice rocks on there. Okay, so, well, can I see what I know about giants?
Yeah, I think.
I mean, like you said, they don't exist in this world, but. I mean, I might still know some
maybe.
things.
Why don't you give us a... let's see. Why don't you give us a... I think it's going to be just a 6 or less.
On the D6, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Maybe I've read something. Oh, that's so close.
You want to spend a point of luck?
Yeah, let's spend a point of luck.
Okay.
I mean, I'm kind of a nerdy dude, so I might have read some books about giants or the history of giants, especially in Manitoba, about the myths of the giants.
Okay.
So it's not that I guess at this point it's not that it's necessarily factual but it's the myth information.
Okay.
Mythological,
yeah,
or whatever,
Yeah. Okay, hold on here.
But I mean, now that I'm seeing them, that they really exist, that's just what he's thinking. Maybe some of this is true, maybe some of the.
Yeah. You've certainly seen enough with Dr. Caliburn's activity, what you've been exposed to through your limited time dealing with him, There's stuff that's going on, and I mean, why don't you give us a Manitoba or the Winnipeg, Manitoba knowledge roll, or what is it? Area location.
Yeah. Okay.
Or area knowledge roll.
Oh, close, but no cigar.
Okay. So if wishing you paid more attention here. So this is weird. They seem to be, and what there seems to be the one who is chipping away and making the the signs for what do you call it? Making the runic marks on these things. To you, honestly, it may look more like something out of a video game than it would out of Legendary.
Right.
You face lots of different kind of strange superhuman things. So these guys seem to be trying to carve out and set up something.
Yeah, and I guess sort of what my check there also, what I was thinking is are they magical? Are they, that's the kind of thing I'm trying to think about.
That they're
performing some kind of magic is what I'm kind of, that's what he's thinking.
They're, that runes are, seen as something to have supernatural or magical qualities to them. The what do you call it? you know that they're part of Norse myths, and I think you rolled well enough too that you know that like there are different worlds in Norse myths.
Right.
Right, and like there are.
Right, like maybe they're here from another world. I mean, that's something I would understand as well, possibly.
Yeah, and you rolled well enough. Like it's a tricky thing. The way that like there was something that connected all the different realms, and that was a bridge that was called Bifrost.
Mm-hmm. Right. I'm trying to disconnect Jeff's knowledge from Lincoln's knowledge.
Well, also, I mean, what you remember, do you remember when you made the teleportation, what did you see?
Oh, did I see something when I...
The colors, remember the colors you saw?
Oh,
it was all the, it was like a rainbow spread and kind of whatever else around you.
Right. It's almost like I came in on their Bifrost bridge. Right. Interesting.
And I think with that, I'll let you remember as well. Fuck, isn't there? There's a town called Bifrost on the western shores of Lake Winnipeg.
Right. Maybe it's not a coincidence.
Maybe
it is.
There's Midgard, there's Valhalla, there's not Midgard, there's Gimli, Valhalla, and Bifrost up around this area. You know that there's a Viking festival in northern Manitoba from the Icelandic settlers who came here. What if the settlers brought more than just their culture?
Right. Interesting.
Well, these seem busy at work on something.
Well, my phone, I don't have service, but I can still take photographs.
You definitely can, yeah.
Yeah, I will take some photographs of what they were doing, or them at work. Obviously turning the flash off, make sure the flash is off and all, all that stuff.
If you didn't specifically say it, I was going to make you make a stealth check for it.
Yeah. No, he's like a smart guy. He's a scientist. So
I don't think he's only a smart guy. Like it's the if you forget that the sound is on or whatever. I think every one of us has been in a position where you're taking a photo. You're like, oh fuck!
You get excited and the flash goes off. Yeah. No, but I'm just imagining that he's being like, especially now that he sees 4 of them, he's quite concerned.
Yeah.
That even if he wanted to, he couldn't stop them by himself. So he's more about trying to figure out what they're up to than
get a couple photos. It's getting darker out too.
Yeah,
it's really overcast right now. Like more so than what it was
like
before.
The picture. Oh, man, this is tough because he's juggling the idea between like whether he has to do something to stop them right now, like if this was like, he was brought here serendipitously right at the moment that he needs to do something, or whether he has time to get these, run somewhere back to a cabin, whatever, try and find someone who's got an internet connection, try and get these pictures to Dr. Caliburn so that he can get more information from the mystical, sort of his mystical tutor, or what, like.
Yeah, I mean, most of these places, they're not, with how fast you move, like you move 300 kilometers an hour, right?
Oh, right. I could get somewhere pretty quickly and get back.
Yeah. And like I think you're familiar enough with some of the northern Manitoba. It's not like it's that far between the different communities.
Right. Yeah, I could get to Gimli and pretty quickly, and I think that's what I would do. He's like looking for some guidance. The mystical is completely foreign to him, and so if these guys are doing some kind of magical spell or some kind of a ritual, he would have no idea, I mean, how to disrupt it other than taking them out, which with 4 of them there, that just doesn't seem plausible to him right now.
Okay.
He spent 2 whole rounds, pummeling one of them in the knee, and he couldn't even knock him down. So the idea of taking 4 of them out seems pretty daunting. And so I think he's going to like run to, like you said, there's a highway just over there. So it's like, as soon as you get on the highway, you go a little ways and,
sure,
you know,
yeah, you just wander around till you find
like
absolutely
whatever's closest. Yeah.
So you zip back to where the you saw the highway or sneak, I guess, at first, and then you get back to the highway. And
one last thing before when I get to the highway, I want to open my map and like put a pin on the side of the lake, like right where I am or whatever, just to make sure I can get back here.
Okay. Because I think it'll retroactively update it with your GPS, right? Because I think if you've got no cell signal, you won't have access to at least Google Maps.
No. Yeah, you have your Apple map. Like, I can put a rough pin. You know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily like... I know what you're saying. It's like... It's not exact, but I mean, at least if I can be in the area...
For sure.
Lake Winnipeg is huge for anyone who doesn't know, and a lot of the shoreline would look the same. Like, you could run along it for a long time trying to find this place.
Definitely. All right, so you get to, it's more of a range road at this point than a highway, but you go racing along, and you don't have to be running that long. You're running from maybe, let's think here, 300 miles an hour. So you're every 10 minutes, you're going 50 kilometers. So that means every minute you're going 5 kilometers. So it's less than half a minute, like 30 seconds. You're racing along, and there's 2 black tendrils of smoke that are coming off in the direction. And you sort of race up, and there's a conjuncting road that leads off in that direction as well. Looks like it's one of them, and these are all numbered as like range roads or Highway 120, whatever the fuck.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's all Manitoba highway. So I don't think you're familiar enough with the backwoods of Manitoba to know which one leads to which, but this does seem to lead towards something. It's paved at least.
Right. That seems an improvement. So I'll head up that road. Yeah.
You're about maybe 5 or 10 minutes racing down that road until you come upon the town, and you see first there are 2 fallen bodies of these giants.
Man.
There's blood pools on them, but there's at least 7 or 8 of them in this town. It looks like the general store has had a vehicle thrown through it. There is, and there's a bunch of people who, there's a bunch of dead people in here. It looks like there was I'm not sure if there's like an RCMP detachment or, they've got a town police, probably RCMP. That's the car that's sticking out of the general store right now.
Oh no! Yeah.
And you look over and you can see, it looks like it's gunshot wounds though on one of them, and then a little further up in town there's a second one, but in that one it looks like it's slashing, like there's a big gash, and it's not gunshot wounds, which is weird.
Very weird.
But it seems as if these other like 6 or 7 of them are accumulated around like closer to the middle of town, and you don't have a quite vantage in there just yet. What would you like to do? You can picture this.
I don't see any people that are alive around.
Not here, but you can hear screams and shouts and stuff from over in the other direction.
By where the giants are?
By over where the giants are, yes.
Okay. I guess I'll try to sort of sneakily move over there again and see what's going on.
Sure.
I don't necessarily want to like just announce myself.
So there are about, let me put these guys to the back. Like I said, there's quite a few of these giants over there.
You're gonna need a bigger roll 20.
So you go racing over, and I mean, this is the kind of town where you've got like there are buildings set up, and it's interspersed with people's property who are living in town as well. Whose yards have been with trees and whatever else to provide some kind of shade or windbreak or whatever. And then you also have some of the either the industrial, like the farm dealership, or the tractor dealership or whatnot, or the garage. There's an alleyway or so between these, so you're able to sort of get up and make your way cautiously between these buildings. And what you can see is there is a small group of about maybe 8 men and women, and the giants seem to be sort of clustered around this, but there is some blood on the ground, and it's got that like dark, almost like bluish tinge to it that you recognize from the fallen bodies before, because there's someone standing before the giants. And what you hear this person say in perfect English is, come closer, beasts, and you will taste the fury of a daughter of the North. Perfect Canadian English.
Nice.
But this is what is, or who is standing there. That chakram at her side is stored. The shield is on her back, but that massive fuck off sword is, so the chakram's at her side, the shield's on her back, that giant sword is in her hand, and it is slick with the blood of these giants. It does not seem that, in spite of the impressive, let me grab her token quickly. In spite of the impressive display that she gives on, it doesn't seem like the giants are giving up the chase here. So they seem to be trying to... Oh, wrong thing, Madison. Grab her token this time. Copy. Thank you.
Well, I'm also rested up now, which is what I needed.
Yeah.
So.
There we go. Let's put her down here. There we go. Okay. So let me move my giants around here. So the giants seem to be positioning themselves as if they're going to try and like charge her from each side. Seems like that will cost them dearly, but it's one warrior standing against a bunch of frost giants. And again, it's like she sounds like like in like B movie quality TV where like they don't bother to get the actor or actress to sound like they're from in some like it's like when someone uses like an American accent or a North American accent in fantasy stuff, and you're like, this is what it sounds like. But I mean, if this is if it is cosplay, it is some of the most effective cosplay you've seen. She seems very capable of making use of that blade. You've never seen this woman before either.
No, clearly not. I will immediately sprint over to then out of my hiding place over to where she is.
Let's do this
sort of
here.
Join her in the arena.
I'm going to add her to the thing here. We'll start in round 12 here. Oops, HT. Let's see here. Perfect. Okay, now is she's at 12-9. So let's just do this. Here we go. So she should be down here. Oops, right there. All right. Oh, because I didn't actually... I think her dex is better than the giant, so that's the right place. Okay, let me just get you down to 12, and we'll start with round 12. Okay, so then what would you like to do?
Yeah, leave my hiding place and... you know what? Actually, I'm gonna actually do a move through attack.
Okay.
On one of the giants, sort of to sort of create the space I need to get in by her, because like you said, they're trying to surround her. So I'm gonna actually come in there with a blow.
They are unaware of you, so they're gonna be at half DCV.
Oh wow, awesome. Okay, so combat, move through.
Okay.
I do know this could hurt me. There's not a thing I can add to minimize the damage from this, is there?
You can just move slower on your move through.
Right. Okay. No, I'll increase my DCV and I'll I'll balance this. Couple OCVs, couple DCVs.
Also, I mean, on the upside, here's the risk reward of it. The harder you hit this guy, the more you put into your damage, the more likely you are to do knockback. Because remember, knockback is calculated by rolling 2d6 and subtracting it from how much body you did.
Right.
So the harder you hit this guy, the more likely you are to actually do knockback and only take half of the total damage as opposed to full.
Right.
This
so
is sort
I'm
of
going to
where
balance this. I'm going to balance it all. I got some of OCV, some DCV, and some DC. There we go.
Okay.
As he comes blasting into the scene.
Come on, big money.
Mind hammer. Turn off mind spread. Here we go.
Okay.
Whoa. Oh, wait. Did I have my... Oh, I did. Okay.
Okay. So you go racing in. Because they're at half DCV, that is good enough to hit. Now, would you give us a 2d6 roll? You want to roll exceptionally low here.
Oh, I want to go, okay. Low, 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 low.
No, I've got -8 knockback. So it's 8 meters of knockback. They should be taking you, reduce it by 8. So you slam. Hold on here. I think, actually, hold on. I think you still do knockback. Because I think it's twice what you roll in meters. It's one of these things where the unit's being used.
Actually matters.
Yeah, actually matters here. So let me just double check that. 'Cause I think we were knockback 158. Because we went through this before with knockback. That I was after the first session. I had 2 meters times the result. So that's actually 16 meters they hit with it. So it does knock them back. So it's full damage. You only take half that, which I think your armor resists. So you bam hit this guy. He goes flying 8 meters. So wow, kind of pinwheeling through the air. Let me apply damage to him first. 52. All right, that is 2. Oh, you actually stunned the giant.
Oh, nice.
Look at this. So he goes flying through the air and slams down. Where do you stop? How much movement did you use?
I'm not sure how far away I was. Like, I'm trying to end...
Probably 25-ish.
Yeah, okay. So then, like 50. So I guess I'm like... Or no, not quite. Yeah. I guess I would stop somewhere close to the warrior.
Okay, lady. So you hit this guy, or he goes flying 8 meters in the direction you are. He comes crashing to the ground. You stop a little further away.
Yeah.
You look back, and she looks over at you. Wind demon! Sees that the giant is down, and then sort of seems to clue in to what's happening. And she... what would be her battle cry? Have at you!
In all honesty, Lincoln's kind of hoping she might recognize who he is.
So she races forward. Yeah, she's got enough movement to get up to one of them. Why don't you give us a 3d6 roll for us?
3d6.
And she sweeps this thing. Oof. Okay, 7. Yeah, actually, so because low is good for these attacks. That's a hit. She is going to do... Let's see here. +4 is... Let's see here. 2, 6... would you give us a 4d6 roll? I'll roll the leftover one. Okay, 2. 4d6 roll, please.
Yeah, 4d6.
Oof. Okay, so that is 17 total. Then give us a 1d6 roll. This is the stun multiplier. Because she is not fucking around here. 4. All right, so that is let's see here, 17 damage. That's 40 times 7, 68. Holy smokes. So she hacks into this one, like races forward, hits it in the knee so it knocks down a bit, and then carries the sweep up and through this thing's belly, leaving a vicious gouge and doing just a shit ton of damage. Okay, minus... is that right? 68? I mean, 40?
Yeah, 17 times 4?
Yeah, so that's...
Yeah, it's 68, yeah.
So, knocked out.
Oh, nice.
So it's on the ground, and bleeding out. Then it is the giant's turn. So they charge forward. That one on the ground is going to have to recover from being stunned. I'll move swap these guys' positions here. One races over towards her. You are 26 away, so one of them is running towards you. But it's not going to be able to actually reach you. And then we've got 3 attacking her. Let's see here. Her DCV currently is a 9, 10, 11, 12. So she's going to be very hard to hit. They have 5, 6, 7. So it's 18 minus 12 is I need a 6 or less to hit. So first one connects actually. Shit. Second one misses. Third one misses. So I did hit once. And let's see here. I did not think to abort. So then that's a lot of damage. What's your resistance damage? 11. Okay. It's 11, 13, 15. Minus 11 takes 15. That's 4. And then stun multiplier. Oh, that's bad. And then knockback. Okay. So the one hits her. She gets knocked down and is seemingly unconscious.
Oh, God.
But she hits, hits the ground about 12 meters away. So she lands sort of beyond the sidewalk of one of them, and the others are like, that is it for the giants. Post 12 recovery, you can see she has not died yet. She looks over at you, trying to judge what you are and what's going on. Then it is your turn. What are you doing?
I'm gonna move up and try and lay a haymaker on the one that is coming at me.
Okay. Yeah, and because it's moving towards you, yeah, you're easily able to do that. Let me separate out these guys so you've got... So I guess there's one other one too. That one's picked up a truck, let's say. So we got one coming towards you, one picked up a truck, and they got 3 facing her. So you go racing forward. Really pull up your charge. She's going to get up, and she should be acting before all of these Jotun too. Sorry, I got for on the rounds that they share. I think that's all of them. Okay. She's actually going to catch her breath. But make your then that round. The reason I'm just telling you what she's doing is because your haymaker will land at the end of this round.
End of the next segment, right? So this is segment 2.
This is segment 2.
So at the end of 3, it's
3, yeah.
Right?
So she goes on her 2, catches her breath, and then stands up and catches her breath, and then it is your haymaker would land. So go ahead and make your attack roll.
So I can just click the mind spread, right?
This is that's the stunned one. So that's the one who ran, but that's why I'm.
Yeah.
You should be able to hit just the spread. Yeah. If you've got haymaker selected.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is right.
Yes. Holy smokes! Give us a 2d6 roll, please.
2d6.
Oh, 14! 28 meters of knockback. So first, let's apply damage here. So you,
Wow.
you sort of like line up your speed and then race forward and unload this torrent of punches.
Yeah. Rabbit punches.
Yep, exactly. And then it is, so let's see here. I'm just doing the math.
It's so funny. I imagine that mind warp, like if you were to like put him in a boxing thing and get him to punch someone, his punch is like not very strong. Like it's just like your normal sort of wimpy dude. But it's the fact that he's sort of using this psychic speed to enhance the...
Most definitely. Yeah. All right, so you hammer this and this other guy goes tumbling back and smashes into the, we'll say the John Deere dealership in town. Why don't you give us an extra... I mean, that's 60... that's... What, 60 plus a 24? That's 84 feet. So I think he smashes into something hard.
That's pretty far. Yeah,
give us let's say a 66 damage.
Nice.
Okay, another 6. All right. Suffice to say, he is stunned. So he smashes in, and let's put a little dopey sign on him for being stunned. All right, then it's your turn once again. So you race forward, boom, hammer that one. Then it's your turn again. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to move through, do another move through attack at. I just gotta do my
Endurance.
Yeah, my endurance real quick. My spread is 5. With the move. Okay, so it's 8. So I'm at 77. Okay. Excuse me. I'm gonna do a move through attack on one of the ones that's the 3 that are surrounding her to sort of try and open up some space for her.
Go right ahead.
So
get yourself set up, and then make sure you take off Haymaker as well. Put it onto move through.
Yeah, it's now move through. I want to be sure to do this balance again. Yeah, let's do 3 and 3. Perfect. Okay. Here we go. Come on, Mindhammer. Hit him. No.
You will need 3 luck in order to hit with that.
That is exactly what I have left. And I think it is the time to do it.
Go ahead and give us a... okay, so 60... that's actually the exact same damage you did against the other. Give us a 2d6 roll again.
One good, low. 2 1s. Snake eyes. No!
10. Wow, that's still 7. That's 14 meters that he goes flying back. Minus his minus his knockback resistance. Which I think I forgot to apply in the last guy. So 14 meters minus his knockback resistance means he's still 6 meters back.
Yeah, it's still a good blow. Yeah,
and I think what it is like his legs are like swept out from under him as you hammer into him. So kind of knocks him back and he hits the ground. He is likewise stunned. Then it is her turn. She is wasting no time to get back in the action. She races forward, and I think the one that was stunned that you would knock down, she's going to go after him. Give us a 3d6 roll, please.
Oh no, that's terrible.
Not a great roll for her. So she swings, but this thing batters her sword away with its battle axe. Then it is their turn. One of them is going to attack her. That is a miss. That thing hits the ground. Then we got 2 that need to recover from being stunned. And then we have 2. Let's see here. One of them is going to race over towards her. One of them start running towards... Actually, no. One of them is going to grab a car, parked in here and try and hit you. So you would have been, if you made your full 72, I think you're about 50 away right now. Is that right by your math? You
yes,
sort of went 25,
right.
50. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so then I need to hit the area. It's a DCV 3, but then it's a minus 8, because it's more than, no, minus 6, because 64 is when it goes to minus 8. Then it is a DCV 9 effectively is what I need to hit in order to hit you with this truck. He throws this thing at you. 16. I need a 7 or less to hit you, or hit the area at this range. And I rolled a 15. Crank. You see someone's truck nuts go flying off into the air from where this thing pinwheels near you. Yeah. And then the last one goes racing over, tries to hit her. And she's able to bring that massive sword of hers to the side. Bang! And it hits the ground, like ruining a chunk of sidewalk outside of this store. We're on to 6. You're up next. You're 50 away right now. There's two of them that are prone. The two ones that were...
I'm gonna try and take one of them out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do my move through. Yeah, this is good. A nice little mix of
and
defense
because they're
offense.
prone, it's half DCV as well.
Okay, the 2 hit. Okay, yeah. So when I roll this,
Ooh, good hit though. Wow.
oh wow.
Okay, give us a 2d6 roll. I can roll low.
Right, roll low. Yes.
Nice. All right, so you go slamming into that first one you knocked down, and he goes flying just down the street and is completely unconscious.
That is what I want.
And then you screech to us up about
22 meters or something.
Yep, away from it.
That? Yeah.
Then it is her turn. She's going after that other prone one. Give us the same one she was fighting before. Give us a 2d or 3d6 roll, please.
Okay, roll good this time there.
Come on.
Karina.
That is good enough for a hit. Go ahead and roll for damage. What do we say? 4d6?
Yeah, I think it was 4d6.
Plus, so it'll be 46 plus 2 here. 16. Very nice. Give us a 1d6 roll, please. 2, so it's 28. So, nearly knocks this thing out. Look at that. So she, once again, this thing tries to bring up its axe to like block her blow, but she races in, shoulders his massive fist aside, and then rakes up, clipping through where his chest and beard is. That bluish red blood sprays out. And she's putting herself in a position to finish this one. Your turn. What are you doing?
I'm gonna barrel through the one that is partially stunned.
Yep.
Or, like, just got unstunned. Yeah,
you got it. I'll bring your
that guy,
victim up on here.
The victim. All right, here we go.
5 is exactly what you needed for this.
Oh, thank goodness.
And give us a 2d6 roll.
All right.
That is 8, so it's 16. 8 meters back, so you're only taking half, or you would only take half damage. What is that, 50? What is your PD? Is it 30 something?
Yeah, it's 34.
Oh, 34. Okay, yeah, so you need to do like 70 before you need to worry.
Yeah, if I do 69, I take the first point of damage.
Oh, got it. Okay. So with
I don't think I did that yet.
No, I don't think you haven't had that hard yet. So
it's
with
the
this
full,
one,
if it's the full, that's when that starts to hurt.
got it. So then he, once again you slam into him, and he, the body goes tumbling down, and it's another frost giant laid low. All right, then for Karina, see if she can finish him off. Go ahead and give us one more attack roll. A hit will be sufficient to kill this guy. Yeah. So he actually tries to block. She sees the opening and, like, as she parries his, brings the attack in, runs along the axe, cuts along the tendons in his hands. So he pulls back, and she plunges the blade into his belly and then across. And another one bleeds out on the ground. Okay, let me put a X through him. The other remaining ones, they sort of look at one another. And they turn and are beginning to run away back in the direction of the beach. Excuse me. So that's what they're doing. They go 26 meters away. You're up again. What are you doing?
Well, I'm kind of imagining that if we let them escape, it just means we're going to have to fight them later. So I am going to barrel through one of them.
Okay.
So here we go. You know what? I'm actually, since they're fleeing, I'm gonna do this. There we go. Take this, you suckers.
Okay.
Oh, terrible!
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness.
Well, at least he didn't hit, though.
Yeah.
Because that would have been a painful one. So he goes racing past them. Then it is her turn. So they are 26 away. She reaches to her waist and grabs that chakram.
Oh, yeah.
And then you see there's like a sheen that goes around the side. And she spins and then throws this thing at one of the giants. Would you give us a 3d6 roll, please? She got -6 to this. Oof, that unfortunately misses. But then it returns back to her hand. Or at least appears back in her hand. And you can see that gauntlet is glowing when it appears.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Then it is your turn once again.
Oh,
You're like 50 meters in front of them at this point.
Right.
They sort of stop and... I mean, they don't have an action
maybe I'll
yet,
put
but...
my hand up, like, stop!
Okay. Why don't you give us a presence attack here? So, what is your presence again?
4d6 is my presence attack.
4d6. Okay, so then this has also been... you get some bonuses to this attack roll here. Because... Here we go. That was... you have a 1d6 for the... soliloquy, and then there's also been... Oh, it's -1 because it's in combat. But there was also some incredibly violent things that were... Incredible violence that was displayed here. So why don't you give us a 7d6 roll? Let's compare that to their presence. Come on, big money.
So you want high here?
High here, yes. In this case, it's always... Results are... High is always good.
Oh, that's terrible.
Okay, so they don't seem to be... so you're like, stop! And they sort of give each other a look, and you don't see any change in their demeanor whatsoever.
Right.
Beginning to question maybe it's not you that they're afraid of. What are you doing?
Oh, and then it's my action again.
Yep, your action once again. Segment 12.
I will... Well, if they're not afraid of me, I'm going to just fly back through them again.
Okay.
Turn this back on. Guess I didn't need to turn it off to do the presence attack. Here we go. Oh,
Okay.
can't hit them though. I think it's maybe the fact that they're running. I'm being a little extra cautious about not getting stepped on.
So I'm just double checking something here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, Okay, sorry about that. All right, so 2, you would need... Oh, you don't have any luck left, right?
No, I blew it
Okay,
all.
so you... This thing's able to get out of your way. You're back standing near where this warrior woman is. She looks over... she still seems a little wary of you, but it doesn't stop her from spinning once again and then unleashing that chakram. Give us another 3d6 roll, please. That one is a hit. Give us a... let's see, what is this? 3d6 roll, please. 12. Eesh. And then give it a 1d6, please. This will be the stun multiplier. Ooh, 24. Okay. It cuts into the body of one of these larger ones. Blood spurts out. Then on their turn, they are doing a full non-combat move, so they've run 52 away. And they're like tearing ass through field at this point. They're trying to get to some cover as fast as they can. That is the end of the first full round. So post 12 recovery. This one will get. There we go. And she gets some back as well. I haven't been counting her endurance properly, but okay. Let's set her at 30. Okay, then it is Mind Warp. You're up first. What are you doing?
I'm gonna open my mask and show her that I'm just a person. Yeah, and then I'll just greetings. Mind Warp.
Looks at you. Are you a golem?
No, a man.
Fused with golem.
No.
Well, are you a source? Are you a minion of the Shadow Witch?
I don't know any Shadow Witches.
The Eclipse Crown.
Never heard of it.
You're very vaguely. I think if you weren't into it, it feels like a conversation you've had with friends who play World of Warcraft at this point.
Yeah. Just like
Hardpoint. Hardpoint definitely talks about World of Warcraft an awful lot.
Yeah.
So
no. I'm a member of the Guard.
You're part. This town's watch. Well, then protect your people. They flee. So we'll say then she takes action on her turn. Give us another 3d6 roll. She runs a little further forward and then hurls that chakram once again. Holy shit, yeah, a solid hit. 3d6 damage, please.
3d6 damage.
8, and then a 1d6 for stun multiplier. Hit again.
So bad on those stun multipliers.
Well, you did amazing on that first one, so.
Yeah.
All right, so she's injured once again. That other one is bleeding from 2 wounds now, and then it appears back in her hand. Your turn once again. What are you doing?
I'll run up beside her.
Yeah, you can easily.
How far did she move? Like 30?
Oh god, she only moved. No, she moved 9 meters. Like she's fast, but like fast for a normal person, an athletic person.
Oh, okay. So it's like 1 endurance. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll look at it. Do you want me to catch them?
Kill them!
Yeah. So do I... No, that's like my action then, right? Yeah.
If you move up, yeah. So then go ahead and give us a 3d6 roll again. She spins, she races further forward, spins and hurls that chakram once again.
Oh,
that goes wide though.
They're getting farther away.
Yeah. Then it is their turn. They move another 52. So I think they're one of them has disappeared into the one who wasn't injured has disappeared into the as much as a 20-foot giant can, but has moved into the clearing. You can hear her yell out. They'll warn her. They will warn Gwithnia. And then it is your turn again.
Okay, so how much non-combat movement do I need to do to close the distance to them so that I could...
Right now, they're about 110 away.
Oh, okay, so if I just do my full combat move, actually, then my next combat move would be enough to run through them.
Most definitely.
So I'll just do a full combat move.
Okay. She does a non-combat. She's running full tilt, but she only goes about 36 meters. Then it's your turn once again. You're about 30 or 40 meters away from them.
Yeah, so now I'll do another attack on this. Yeah.
Okay.
So here we go.
Come on. There you go.
Nice.
It was a 2d6 roll. Nice. That is 9. That's 18 meters. So you hit this last one. 60 damage, though, is enough to knock it out. So even with his armor. So another one gets hit and then goes smashing and like through these trees. It clears the trees out like as if a swath, or a scythe was taken to them.
Yeah.
But you
down.
Come to a stop near, and you can see the large one, or the last one, I should say, is still, barreling through these trees. She's running full tilt to try and catch up. These things are faster than what she is, though, so she's not going to be able to catch this thing at this point. It moves once again another 50 away, so it's probably about your max distance, about 70 away right now. Your turn. What are you doing?
Okay, maybe I want to try this power I haven't used yet. The one where I can slow him down.
Okay.
Where I have to run up to him, though, so I got to do a full movement, and then it is the sort of psychic storm one.
Oh, yeah, this is the dizzying one. Isn't it the one that reduces the speed? Okay, so with that one,
reduces their dex.
Yeah, you can only move half your move, so you have to set that up for next time.
Oh, okay, I can only move... Okay.
Yeah. When you're doing an attack or using this with any power, it's usually a half phase action, so you only have half of your phase left to move. But you could easily get yourself in position for that. This round, she runs a little further. So... Then it's your round once again. You race in.
57. Okay. Yeah.
Then go ahead and make sure your levels are off.
And do I just click strike? Is that how you?
You should be able to click on the power itself.
No, but do I have to set none to the maneuver, or what do I put the
none
maneuver
to the maneuver?
at?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. None to the maneuver. Okay. Yeah, and then here it is. To try this thing out for the first time.
DCV 11. Nice. Okay, so you race in. That is 18 points. So it actually reduces its speed by 1. So you hit this thing. It's now got a speed of 2, which means it's only going to act on a 6 and a 12. So you've begun to slow this thing down. I think it's close to your max effect, isn't it? No, you still got quite a ways to go, so you could try again and try and get a better result next time.
Oh, I see. Right. So the 24 and a half, so 27 is the max I can do?
Yes, exactly.
So I could do another 9.
Yeah, and it doesn't add on to it. If you do a better roll, that trumps the other one.
I see. Okay,
you can build the power in such a way that you can keep additive. You can't add on to it, but yours isn't built that way. Okay, but this is super slowed down now. They need one more action.
Oh, but if I get to 20, then it's better.
If you roll 20, it's better. Yeah, that would reduce it by 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so then go ahead and you get one more action.
I'm going to do this again because, like you said, I'm really trying to help her catch up to this thing. She's sort of the... So I'm going to try it just because it's fun. Mm-hmm. There we go. Oh, 18 again!
Jeez. So you're just trying to slow the space-time around it. She races again. Then it is this thing's turn. Did not appreciate you doing that. It's going to try and hit you. What is your DCV right now?
So it's 8.
8. Okay, so I need a 10 or less to hit you. So sweeps that axe down. I rolled a 6. So it hits you, and this will be... okay, where is it here? This is killing. What is your resistant armor?
Where's that?
That'll be on your first page. It'll be I think the only resistant armor you've got is the stuff added by your like speedster toughness.
Resistance armor.
It says normal armor, and then it says like armor R or armor resistant. On the bottom right, I believe, is where the armor...
Oh, the defenses part? Like where it says PD and resistant PD?
Yep, that's right.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, I have resistant PD 12.
For PD? Okay. All right, so you got 12. All right. So at least you got something. So I'm just trying to find words with a damage class summary here. Is it
I think that's
here?
the number you wanted.
That's the number I want. Yes, thank you. That is exactly it. Characteristic summary, skill summary, perks, game. I have to look it up. Damage class, here we go, 158. All right, so that massive axe comes down on you. Ah, dang it. There's not a champions doesn't have champions company doesn't have a table. You have to do the math. I know in the hero book, which I'm grabbing right now, it actually has a damage class table on it, so I can just look and see. It's an easier way to figure out like what 40 points does in killing damage as opposed to the other. It does 1.5. Every 15 points basically gives you 1 point. Here we go. So. Eesh. Okay. So, here we go. This axe comes down on you. And I need that here. All right, you got 12 for armor. Oh, mama. So that is 9, 12. You actually only take 2 points of body damage. But it is 18 stun. Yeah, so it's not as bad as it could have been. As he sweeps down at you, but it only kind of clips you at an angle.
So you said 18 stun?
18 stun, yeah, and 2 points of body. And then everybody gets a post-12 recovery. She's been running...
which is exactly my stat. 18 is my recovery, so...
So I think there's where she is. Oh, no. That should be 34. Sorry. And then she gets back 8. I think recovery. He hasn't been injured yet. All right. So then it is your turn. What are you doing? And I think so at the start of each turn, I believe it goes down by 1. So this is where your 18 still is it matters because it'll be 8 rounds before he gets that 1 point of health back, or 8 turns.
Right. Yes. Okay. Right.
Okay. So, Mind Warp, you're up again. What are you doing?
I mean, that's enough to hopefully... I'm gonna just punch him back. So I'm gonna use my strike.
Okay.
And just use my...
Now, if you want to take the deadly thing away from him, the bladed weapon is the worst. You can do whatever you like here, but a disarm is just a strength versus strength thing. So that's not great for you, but like a move, remember your grab by you did before? You use your velocity for that. So you could, if you get some speed behind you, you could race by and yank that sword out of, or that axe out of his hand.
Oh, right. I'd have to move, I could move away from him and then do it.
Yep. Remember, he's way slowed down. His actual turn will be on a 6.9. Actually, let me do this. I can...
Oh, right. Because there's 8 turns where he's lost one of his segments.
Yeah. So I'm going to put him...
Oh, which actually means... No, you know what? I'm just going to do a haymaker.
Do a haymaker?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you start pulling up. She's racing towards him. Go ahead and unleash your haymaker.
Here we go.
Yeah. Holy shit! Great roll. All right, so that is he is stunned once again. Gives a 2d6 roll. Oh man! So what does it look like as you unleash this incredible haymaker that sends him flying back towards this warrior?
I'm actually starting to imagine that when he does this haymaker, it's a lot like a kind of like a Super Mario jump, or like he squats down, and it's sort of like a big uppercut punch that he does, but he bends down and then springs up. And so he's sort of jumping, or like a Superman punch, I guess would be another way to think of it. Like sort of a big jumping punch, but he's doing it like at high speed. And so he's, and the reason that it's slow for him, I mean, a lot of other characters, they're probably building up differently, but for him, it's like the focus of the mind of, he's really imagining the punch before it happens.
And then your fist just relocates around. So he's flying up and he lands down stunned once again near her. And I think she can just race up at this point. Give us a 3d6 roll. She's doing a haymaker as well.
Beautiful. Oh, she rolled terribly.
But he's at half DCV because he's stunned and he's also prone.
Yeah.
So she's easily able to land this. She put all her levels into the attack. That'll be a total of 5d6 damage for her, please.
5d6. Oh, that's crazy huge.
Yeah, I think we're just going to call that even. She just severs his head.
Yeah.
As she looks up at you, looks around to see if all the giants are dead, and she just turns and then celebrates. And she points at you with her chakram. You, Golem, you are a worthy ally. Now,
thank you. The name's Mind Warp, though, not Golem.
Mind Warp.
Yes.
Come, Mind Warp. Are you native to this realm?
Indeed I am.
Then, let me remove everyone's turns here. Let us take a quick a brief or a past, and you can tell me what realm I find myself in, and where I might find the Night Witch and bury my blade in her chest. And you see the with releasing it, the chakram sort of attaches to her hip, and she's that big sword of yours. Why don't we take our mid-session break right now, and then we'll come back and see. Oh God, it's almost fucking 10 o'clock already. Jeez. We'll take our mid-session break. We'll come back and we'll play for a little bit more. How's that sound?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So for those listening at home, we'll be back momentarily. All right. Sorry, Anna Banana did not want to come back inside. I had to. Oh my god! I guess our neighbor had a birthday party today, and I was on the phone for work for something. I was talking to other council, and I guess someone got too close and was trying to say hi to Anna, and like when she, even with me, like when she can't get to me, she goes kind of nuts. So a stranger. I'm on the phone and I hear her just going berserk outside. So I'm like, just can you hold on just for a moment? I need to deal with something. So,
yeah, no kidding.
Poor Anna. Oh man, so she had to be inside for most of the night. But so I think our scene picks up again at you're sitting at like a maybe like a Subway, and she's crushing back a a drink of some kind, and then what do you call this drink?
Root beer?
No, I'm assuming you got alcohol, so let's keep on with Canadian content. We call that Moosehead.
Oh, moose. I see what you're saying. Yeah. That's a Moosehead.
Good. Then, mind warp. What manner of man are you then? A sorcerer? Paladin? What means allows you to move as you do? I've not seen monks as fast as you.
Well, it's hard to explain, but essentially it's the power of the mind itself.
The power... Ah, you're a sorcerer of the mind. I see.
It's a fair description, I'd say.
I have little trust for sorcerers. But you have proven yourself. We're an able warrior and a capable comrade. What is this place I find myself? What is this subway? And why is it that your language is all in one I can understand? Is this more of your devilry? Your mind
I
magic?
myself do not understand. Where are you from?
She says a word that you don't understand.
This is Earth? Do you know Earth?
I don't know of Earth.
Well, that's the planet that you're on.
Do you know of the Night Witch?
I've never heard of such a... Or have I?
You can give us a... let's see here, I think... why don't you give us a 2 or a 3d6 roll, please?
All right, here we go.
Let's see here.
No.
No, you never.
I don't know any of the stuff she's talking about.
I'm assuming you tried the what do you call it? Your pocket watch a couple of times in the interim as well.
I have called Dr. Caliburn like probably 17 times during this whole thing.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like, if any place is going to have a landline, it's probably like one of the towns here, because your cell continues to not work. But when you try the landlines, they likewise are dead.
Interesting.
So you're not sure what's going on here. What she says is Gwithinia Tempestborn, a former ally of ours, corrupted by the Eclipse Crown, one of the cursed crowns from ages past.
Why would she be here on our world?
I know not. Many of my former comrades are dead now at her hands. And when I say that she was once a trusted ally, know that how heavily I've taken the task to ensure her evil will not corrupt or affect others. We followed her far to the north, and there she followed. She allied with these Jotun, frost giants of the far north, and with their magics, she intended on traveling. I thought to interrupt the ritual, and instead, I found myself blinded by light such that fills the rainbow. She slams back, their big swig of moosehead. And then I found myself here. With wandering, I found this town. And then these things attacked. Your other members of your guard, I am sad to say, are dead. Though they did their sorcery brought down one. What manner of weapons are those anyway? Crossbows? Advanced arquebusi?
They use a chemical reaction, substance called gunpowder. Propels the metal at high velocity.
And what do you call these weapons? Guns?
That's correct. Guns.
Guns.
And bullets are what come out of them.
It was most effective. I think I should find for me some of these guns.
Well, that seemed pretty effective too, and he indicates at her chakram.
Yes. It's range, however. I think your guns would be better at range. Though, this I will trust up close. This can pierce even a dragon's scales.
Impressive. Say, I did run into more of your Jotun?
Frost giants?
Yes, the big guys. Over by the lake. They were building something, and I think he'll pull out his cell phone.
Okay.
And show her the yeah.
What? A seeing stone?
Yes, this device allows me to capture scenes, and maybe what they're doing here would make some sense to you. They seem to be building something out of stone. See here?
Yes.
He indicates.
Gwithinia was a master of the mystic arts. I am sure this is similar to what they had built on my world, my Earth. Perhaps. Do you think this is the means by which that I find the way I traveled here, the way I found my way here?
Maybe. I don't know much about that.
She would not do, even corrupted by the crown as she is, she would not be doing this without purpose.
Oh, clearly they were acting with purpose.
She looks outside.
Should we go stop them? I could take you where they are.
Yes. She stands up. We must whatever their reason for building that is, there can be no good purpose to it, or any good to come from it. You rolled quite well before on your like out of character. You rolled quite well in your knowledge of the 9 realms. What she's talking about, like, you could maybe probe her a little bit with a couple of names, and none of them, Vanaheim, Alfheim.
Right. Some of the things that I do
none
know,
of those, they don't seem familiar to her. So it's not like she's a Viking person. But the Bifrost, if it's a bridge that travels through space, perhaps, you've never had something like this. Like, you've never had your super speed hijacked, as it were.
Right.
Nor have you had a thing where, both the magic and the technological is disrupted. If you were to, why don't you give us a, let's see here. Think it's physics, not engine. Wait, it's physics, and what's the other one you've got?
For
skills.
Quantum physics.
I think quantum physics. Why don't you give us a quantum physics roll, please?
Ah, nice.
So if I can give you some insight. Oh, really good roll.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So think of it this way. What if, if you're putting it in your mind, you didn't intend to come here. You don't know this place. If there was any kind of reflexive effort at traveling, maybe you accidentally, when you're trying to escape the webbing, you threw yourself in a direction. You're from Winnipeg originally, so perhaps it's in this direction, but you've got no connection to Bifrost or Riverton or any of these, Valhalla, any of the towns around here. So it's not like this is a place that you would have reflexively come to. If either, when you did cast yourself into that, you've never seen those rainbow lights when you traveled either. So
that's not a part of my normal power. So maybe I entangled myself with their travel.
Yeah, or whatever disruption is happening here. Not to delve too deeply into Star Trek science territory here, but if we can use an analogy, what if it is a current or perhaps an undertow? Right. That you got caught up in and were pulled here. Not for nothing. Right. You appeared right near the beach where they're, right near where they're constructing this crap, not at, Bifrost or any other towns.
Right. Maybe there's something similar to my power set and this bridge, this rainbow path.
Perhaps. The teleportation of the magical teleportation that you normally use, not only to talk to one another through your magical pocket watches, but using Ravenscrag or Ravenscroft to teleport. That's usually what is used. If Dr. Caliburn hasn't had contact with you, it's probably not because he doesn't want to contact you.
Right.
He did say he was monitoring the situation here, but if you're not able to contact through his spells, perhaps that's more of this eddy. It's beyond just the quantum space. It may be into the realm of the mystical that you don't quite understand.
Right, of course.
And the weather here seems to be growing worse, darker.
I definitely think we need to stop those giants from building whatever it is they're building.
I agree, she says. That must be done first, and then we must find the Night Witch and put her down. She has filled countless graves on my world. I would not have her do the same to you, to yours.
Agreed. But I think we're going to have to find some kind of transportation to get you there.
To
travel to where the giants are building this.
She kind of grins and says, "Not to worry. I have given it thought." And she looks out of the subway, and you see across the way there is a house that has, a little riding ring around it.
Yeah.
And in there, there's there's a horse that is big white horse that's eating some grass in the eating grass casually. And she says, "I will not keep a pace with you, Mind Dwarf, but it will be close."
Excellent. Then follow me.
And I think with you guys picking up, why don't we call it an issue there?
Yeah, I think that's a perfect place to stop.
Okay. So then, once again, you get, we've been given, 3 XP for each session?
Yep, that's correct.
Yep, so you get 3 XP once again. And then we'll be back in maybe 2 weeks' time. We're going to see about this. Next weekend is another long weekend in Canada, so we're not sure if there's going to be a session or not. But if not next week, we will be back in 2 weeks' time. And in 2 weeks' time, we may very well have an ally. Perhaps Dr. Caliburn will be able to break through the magical barrier and send through allies to assist. But until then, because who is this mysterious night witch of which she speaks?
We don't know.
Don't know. So, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for issue 4 of Champions of the Guard. We'll be back again in either 1 or 2 weeks' time. I'll probably be back. If we don't have a session of this, I will be back to do something else on a Friday, probably. But until that time, as is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. In addition, there is a link down below to the dungeon in the description of the video, to the Dungeon Musings Discord server where all of us are active, and there are channels there dedicated to this game, this campaign, and every other game we run on the channel, as well as a bunch of other channels dedicated to some other great stuff. Yeah, there's a terrific community over there. You are more than welcome to join us, and see the other terrific folks over there. In addition, there is a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages. That is the charity fundraising campaign that we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, really terrific organization, active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphan and abandoned children. And we have our next charity session for this scheduled for August 6th. We'll be playing a special one-shot called Stellar Revolt. We've been working hard on this. It is going to be Jeffrey will be playing our audience insert character, who will be the Luke Skywalker or the Paul Atreides or the one learning about the wider world of what's going on. But we have 3 other stellar players who are also joining the session. If you've donated since June of 2022, or if you will be donating before next Friday, I think it's July 27th, you still can give any you spend the money that you donate to affect elements of the session. You can help the heroes start with better gear or give them more narrative meta currency. You can also this is in addition to having a chance to win one of the great prizes in our next charity raffle. If you want to see what we gave away in our last charity raffle, you can head on over to the Dungeon Musings Discord server's Charity Initiatives channel. Every $25 that you donate Canadian through that link to Heroes Save the Heroes Save Villages campaign gives you one chance to win the grand prize or one of the other great prizes in our next charity raffle, which will be in December of 2022. All donations go directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it goes to the channel or any other middleman. It just goes to help the kids who benefit from that. So you get a chance to not only, and if the upcoming charity session, if you don't donate before that, we will be having our next charity session in September of 2022. So we will have lots of opportunities between now and end of year for donors to spend the money that they donated to help shape the sessions that we will be playing. And yeah, the last thing I will say for tonight is a huge thank you to Jeffrey for once again showing up to star in his solo comic Mind Warp. I think we need to do a Champions Mind Warp logo as well. And yeah, thanks, Jeff. This was a lot of fun. good job taking down.
I was going to add something today. I was going to say, if any of the viewers are enjoying this sort of Manitoba-based stuff, our buddy Chad wrote an excellent series of novels, modern fantasy novels, the Thunder Road trilogy. I would plug them as a great read.
And it's Thunder Road. I'm trying to think what the three books are called. Thunder Road is the first one, right?
Tombstone Blues and Too Far Gone.
Yes.
Right behind me.
Yeah. Terrific books. If you enjoy American Gods style stuff, any of that Wayne Scott fantasy stuff, it's a terrific series. Really, really fun stuff.
Yeah, super fun read.
Absolutely.
I like the characters a lot.
Yeah. Definitely. All right, then, for those listening at home, once again, thank you so much for joining us for issue 4 of Champions of the Guard. We will be back again either next week or the week afterwards. Until then, we hope that we've given you a couple of hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our hero Mind Warp is finding in the Great White North. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.